Welcome to the RNS crew. For those of you who don't know, this is a real nigga session where we talk about real nigga shit. And as you see, I'm the main man, the one with the most. Your boy DJ.
And you know it's your boy Jerry, aka Dark Skins Never Fold. You already know what the deal is. You're light skin, Velveeta, navy blue, do-ragga, do.
This nigga said Velveeta.
What's the deal?
Jesus.
It's your boy B Hill. Talk to me nice. How we doing today, niggas?
You're chilling. I'm tired right now, but
yeah. Grind don't stop. Hey, we had a crazy weekend, man. Hey, me and Jerry Schools, I just want to tell y'all this, bro. Me and Jerry Schools are going outside. Both our high school and college, bro. And college for DJ as well. We going outside this weekend, bro. I can't
even be proud of my school anymore. Neither one of
this
them.
past week, man. Y'all niggas going outside. Do better. Do better.
It's crazy.
That's all I gotta add. So Jerry, start us off with this first.
It's the evil world we live in.
What you want to talk about today? What you want to talk about
All
first?
right. So he mentioned the school, so we're gonna talk about what happened at our college. So yeah, just because it's personal for it. So who got the tweet?
Okay.
I got the tweet. I know how to read and write. You didn't know. Learned that in 3rd grade.
I already got it pulled up. So
Well, go ahead, DJ.
Oh, you already got the quote. All right.
So for those of you who don't know, and Brian, you know, you do your thing. Insert it right there. So a student at K-State by the name of Jaden McNeil, he started what it's called America's First or something like that. It's basically It's basically a white supremacist group on campus, and
American First Students.
Yeah, so they basically said, and the school basically said they can't do anything to stop them from meeting because, you know, freedom of speech.
Hey, hold on, DJ. Let me tell y'all the description based off the Twitter bio of this organization. And they got 5,000 followers too, so that's kind of wild too. It's a student organization for strong borders, traditional families, the American worker, and Christian values. Remember those. Remember that.
Christian values?
Christian values.
Interesting.
Strong borders.
Yes, so this man who founded this group based on Christian values tweeted, "Congratulations," and this is word for word, "Congratulations to George Floyd on being drug-free for an entire month."
Everybody's saying it's a joke. But what's funny about it, bro?
How's that a joke? Not funny to us.
Like, come on now. Like, dude had a knee on his neck, bro. Drug-free. Think the drugs was gonna kill him like that?
It hasn't even been proven that he has drugs in his system when he died.
No, they said, I think it wasn't drugs. I think it was a little alcohol. But I could be wrong. But he wasn't 100% sober, but he was still gonna be able to survive if he didn't have a fucking knee on his neck. Yeah. Like normal people. Come on now, that's circulation.
It doesn't matter if you had alcohol in your system, weed, meth, crack, cocaine. It doesn't matter what you had in your system. That doesn't excuse your life. That doesn't mean that you should be able to have your life taken away from you for no reason.
Facts.
So,
facts.
Like that hurt the community because K-State values themselves on being called a family, but when you have people who are quote unquote leaders at this school, because this man is a head of an organization at this school, tweeting stuff like this, that's going against your family because we are a part of your family. And as a part of your family, you should want, if you feel like somebody is directing hate towards us, then you shouldn't want any of that happening. You should shut that down immediately. Mm-hmm. But they put out some bullshit ass statement on Twitter talking about how this doesn't reflect any of the values that K-State has. But if it doesn't reflect your values, then why do you let this happen continually? This happens. We have, like, there's one memorable racist incident on campus once every semester, and nothing gets done about it. They want to create a day where they cancel classes.
Chaos Unite?
Yes, called Chaos Unite, where they bring everybody together to talk about us uniting as one. But how can we unite as one if you're not punishing people who are trying to divide us?
Mm.
It's like you can't preach how you can't preach how you're so for diversity. You're for everybody. Everybody here is a family. But when people that are on campus aren't getting treated like family, you do nothing about it.
Mm.
Like, that makes you a hypocrite. So the athletes got a hold of this, and they wasn't having it. They basically said, well, until something is done to this man, whether it be him receiving punishment, getting expelled, anything like that, we not taking any meetings, no interviews, no practice. We not playing until something is done. And honestly, they get my respect for that, because I know a lot of people who, if had that chance to be in that position, they wouldn't take that risk, because they would have fear of getting like kicked off the team or getting kicked out of school because of refusing to play, because they can pull your scholarship easy like that. But if it's just one person, it'll be easy for them to kick them out or remove their scholarship. But when you got the majority of the team siding with you and doing the same thing as you, like, it's gonna be hard, because it's gonna be hard to replace them, because you got half your team missing. Like, you can't just go walking around campus and be like, hey, you look pretty in shape, you want to like be a starter on the football team, we got a game on Saturday. Like, you can't do that. So I feel like being an athlete and using your voice for a positive impact, that'll make them want to listen more, because if you have players refusing to play, first of all, it's bringing attraction to this situation, which I think it was on I think this got put on the Washington Post or something like that, and the last time I checked, it had like 70,000 likes on Twitter, something like that.
You got some views.
And not only is it bringing attention to it, it's hurting the school's pockets, because sports is the main way that the school brings in their money. This is a Division I school. This is a Big 12 school. If you have nobody playing in the games, how are they going to bring in that money? That's how they bring in a lot. So if you hurt their pockets, they have no choice but to listen to what you have to say.
Jerry, how you feel right now? How you feel?
I would say, like, well, being at a PWI, it's difficult for like anybody of color. So me personally, when I first got on campus, I seeing black people like upperclassmen and everything, come hang with us, and made everything comfortable for us. We stayed together, and because of that, I like to like go to people I know in high school, because I went to a very diverse high school. So I like to try to recruit and say, this is how I was treated when I first got here and everything, because K-State has like a lot of bad images, and stuff like this is making it harder. Like, for instance, I literally just told somebody about a week, like literally like the day before the tweet was made, about like, hey, you should come to K-State, because they was interested. And now this tweet is happening, and like basically it's, recruitment is just way harder. That like, affects our strength and like our organizations and all that nature. When K-State, PWIs in general try to make their schools more diverse, but allow situations like this to happen, and it causes people of color not to want to go to their, or like their school. So that causes, us to lead away and like, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And that basically just hurts, like future generations coming into the school. And that's what made me mad, because I like put effort into, trying to get more people here to make my school better. But in reality, y'all making it hard, and it's just not gonna work. Nothing's gonna change at this point.
Thanks. To go on with Jerry's point, even though I like to joke around this podcast, you know, I'm with the trio, with the guys, but you know, this upcoming semester, I am going to be running an organization, but for you know the National Society of Black Engineers, I will be the president for our chapter, and one of the biggest things I do want to do is recruit. But going on with Jerry's point, you know how much harder it is to recruit when these situations keep popping up. We got blackface. We got Jerry McNeil talking. We're going to have somebody else talking, say something dumb to, what was that girl name? Ellie some shit. Y'all remember her? She was talking about the George Floyd deserved to die. And she was on like the rowing team, but K-State, they took care of her quickly with the quickness. So we thought after we took care of her, we thought we wasn't gonna get another instance like that, but we was wrong. And, you know, and I try to think of both perspectives and aspects of the situation. Like, if I was K-State, what would I do? You know, morally, you're supposed to kick this nigga out. Well, my bad. You're supposed to kick this gentleman out because
he ain't even a gentleman. He a bitch.
All right, this bigot. Come on, now let's use educational words.
This bigot. Bitch.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. He should get expelled, right? And he should lose scholarship money, or, you know, he should just get kicked out. But problem is the organization he runs is backed up by a lot of conservative people. And you know, also another thing is K-State is backed up by a lot of conservative people. Their donors got money. And you know, K-State, I think K-State low-key losing money every year. You know, and they probably losing a lot of money during the Rona or COVID-19, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of markets, a lot of organizations lost money. So I think they have this dilemma between what's right and what's keeping their pockets. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to lose as much money because there is a lot of racist organizations, and it's very sad to you know, hear this, you know, but you must understand how politics and how this game works. You know, just like how many people you see, you know, are liberals and Democratic is gonna equal just the amount of people that are, you know, Republicans and you know, conservatives, you know what I'm saying? So it's just unfair game. I did see a lot of, like, going on with DJ's point, the athletic department, they look like they care about us, and you know, they should care because the majority of their players on their top money making sports are black. You know, that's real talk. I seen some very ignorant posts that say if they not gonna play, then take their scholarship away. How about you just, you know, handle Mr. McNeil and they'll play again. You know what I'm saying? And you know, what's also another problem is we still got COVID-19 happening. So, you know, there might be a point where we don't even have college sports either way, if you want to be real. But y'all don't want to hear that. Everybody, you know, let me get on this tangent real quick. White people, this is my problem with y'all. Y'all feel like y'all are entitled to everything. I see this shit at work every day. Y'all think y'all entitled to everything. You're not. Your privilege done got over your head, bro. Like, come on now. Just do better, bro. Do better. Y'all have no culture. That's it. Y'all ain't have no culture. Y'all steal everything.
They do got culture.
White culture.
I said light mayonnaise. Goddamn.
Oh my god. I hate this nigga. Y'all ain't got no culture. Y'all stole this whole country, and you think we supposed to? And y'all super hypocrites. I hate y'all privilege, to be honest, bro. And some of y'all, I'm being real with y'all. If y'all ever listen, y'all can hate me. I don't care. But some of y'all need to realize y'all have privilege and y'all use that shit every day. And I feel like you'll change the way you act and change your actions and your behaviors once you understood that you do have privilege and how that privilege affects you and others around you. You know, I can't act the way that Billy over here acts because he didn't get a fucking table or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or didn't have his way. You know, and I don't know why you guys are so insensitive to a black man that was killed unarmed by a police officer, like
unjustly.
Like, what if I put my knee on your neck? How you gonna react? Do you deserve to die? So why does George Floyd deserve to die? I don't care about none of this stuff. I don't care that he had fraudulent fraud $20 bill. I don't care that he punched a pregnant lady. He don't deserve to die. All these accusations that you kind of make up to try to justify his death, that's not okay. It's not okay for you just to murder someone. If he did all that and then put him in jail, you don't gotta kill him.
But he already went to jail for those crimes.
And
those crimes were over. The last time he had committed a crime was over 10 years ago. This man literally turned a new leaf, and people are trying to bring up his past. That's what the media does. Whenever a black man is unjustly killed, they try to bring up if he has any bad track record.
Right.
They'll bring it up in order to demonize him.
Right.
I think I'm not entirely sure who it was. It might have been Ahmaud Arbery, but after he died, I saw a news channel put up a video of him got caught stealing something from Walmart.
So he deserved that because he stole some sale socks.
That shit, it doesn't make any sense. That
Really?
doesn't, because
Really?
literally, I guarantee you, almost everybody that grows up in this country has done something illegal at one point.
Y'all white people do that shit illegal too. Y'all just do it under the slide.
So
you understand?
So
how this game works.
If you did something illegal,
you deserve to die. With that logic.
That's basically what you're implying.
Y'all heard about Rayshawn Brown too?
Yeah.
That shit's sad too. First of all, he didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, he was drunk at a Wendy's line, right? But he already spoke to a police officer, and he did the orders that the police officer told him to do, which was to park in the parking lot and, fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? Which is the right thing to do because he's not 100% sober. He did that. And next thing you know, they brought back up and, they shot that nigga. He tried to run away and stuff because, first of all, they messing with him for no reason. And then they treated him like an animal too, which was really sad. When you hear about the death, they was got him. After he shot the dude 3 times, he said got him we like a deer, like a deer hunt. The fuck, bro?
And that's another thing. Why are you shooting at people for running away from you?
He had no gun, no weapon, and y'all harassed him.
This man literally ran away from you, and you shot him in the back. That doesn't make any sense.
If you gonna shoot him, I guess shoot him in the leg.
Don't shoot him at all.
Don't shoot.
Why are you?
He's not even seen.
Why are you shooting a man that's running away from you?
Exactly, bro.
It doesn't make any sense.
And if you want to put real logic to it, his car is at the parking lot. You could just take his car and he has to pull up to y'all, to the tow lot or wherever they gotta go pick up, cars and stuff like that. His car, you guys could just took his car, or he would have had to run back to his car either way. So, come on now. It gotta be better trained in this police department. So my question to y'all is, because police brutality and racism tie hand in hand. What are some ideas that you guys have for us to improve, the police department as a whole?
Well, first of all, I think that if you want to be a police officer, you need to have some type of degree, a criminal justice degree, a sociology degree, something like that, because you barely had to put in any work to become a police officer.
Yeah, it takes 6 months to do police academy.
I don't even know if it's 6.
Yeah.
It's 6. I think it's 3. But it doesn't make sense that you, in order to become a police officer, let's just say it took 3 months. Let's say it took 3 months. It takes you 3. You can't even learn all the laws in 3 months.
It takes a lawyer 8 years to get that degrry.
Yeah. And they practice law, but the police enforce the law.
You know what I'm saying? So, and also to go on tie him with, they have to have a degree. I think if you have any job, any type of career that has to do with people, and you have to go to college, like a teacher, a doctor, police officer, in those type of fields, you know what I'm saying? You got to educate, or you know, you can't have any mistakes in you. I think all these professional fields got to take leadership in a cultural diverse class. They need to take all those stupid classes that, quote unquote, stupid classes, you know, that all colleges require you to take. They need to take sociology. They need to take
psychology,
ethics classes, a psychology class. You know, they need to take all this. I don't care if it makes the degree process much longer. They need to understand the people. They need to understand that the people they're taking care of or educating or, you know, protecting. You know what I'm saying? They need to understand all different aspects. I think also you need to force police officers, especially the ones that are training to go in the hood already, and, you know, have them be like the only white person in the room. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that stuff is very effective because it gives them a different type of aspect of learning. Cause I'm pretty sure they're gonna be intimidated, but once they understand that black people are people, we're humans. You know that, right? We're not animals. Don't try to degrade us with that bestiality shit. That shit's not cool. We just humans too, bro. If you understand the reasons why we act and the behaviors that we have, and it's because of y'all, it's because of white people as a whole. Cause don't get me started on this shit. And also, stop saying go back to Africa. Cause nigga, we ain't got no home in Africa. We don't even know what our home is.
You stole
nigga.
us from there.
Y'all brought us here.
We don't know which country we came from.
Stop saying that shit.
Like T Grizzly said, y'all brought us here and now y'all not happy with us.
That shit crazy.
Come on now.
That shit crazy. That's just like bringing your girl over to the crib, you know, found out she wasn't down to do anything, so you mad. Like, what? Whatever. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you need to take a bunch of ethnic classes to understand why diversity is important, why cultural appropriation is important, and why understanding that cultural relativism is important too. You need to, and you also need a history class too. You need to understand how America was really formed and how it was really made. You know what I'm saying? Because what they teach you in elementary and middle school ain't the full truth. Like, why the fuck I see a damn white man create a damn pyramid, my nigga? Like, what?
They know damn well they white asses couldn't handle that fucking sun.
Oh God, they couldn't. So
niggas be burning as hell.
So yeah, I think
Egypt.
I think that's like in a whole for all educational system too. But for the people that leads this shit, the teacher majors, like the educational majors, the police major, the criminology, all that good shit, social workers, they need to understand diversity, especially if you're gonna be in urban communities enforcing the stuff that you enforce. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand the mindset and the reasons why black people act, or even Hispanics, Asians, any minority act the way they act. And it's not all the time because of malicious reasons, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And don't you dare hit me with that damn fact that, man, they kill more white people than black people. Have you looked at the statistics? Nigga. But have you looked at the percentages of it? Because the percentage of black people dying is much higher than white people because there's less black people in this country. You know, I hope you understand that, right? I hope you know that.
We have a target on our back just for having this skin color. Like, we feel like we're not safe just walking out the house. We can't really, walk down the street without worrying, okay, will I die today? What's going to happen today? I was like, majority of white people don't have to do that. Like, they just like, okay, I'm fine, you know. But we have this target on our back. We have to be secure at all times and basically make sure you're on your P's and Q's because you may not survive the next day or that day.
Yeah, and it's hard for us as black men, but it's even harder as for a black woman, like, because she got to worry about the cops and she got to worry about being a woman. That
shit tough, bro.
Like, she gotta walk down. If she walking down the street, she thinking, "Dang, I could get stopped by the cops today and die." Or she might think, "I can get kidnapped and raped, or
sad, bro.
Get caught into some sex trafficking shit." Like, there's no we always get the shitty end of the stick, and then they expect us to just deal with it. And then when we ask for more, they're like, "But we gave you this. We ended slavery. Why are you still mad? We ended segregation, why are you still mad?
Segregation ain't
This is still, just because it's not legal anymore, there's still ways around it. Like
institutional racism.
Redlining
is still relative to this. Like, come on now. We talk about the hood and we talk about the white area. When we talk about Kansas City, if you go past, I want to say 95th Street, you in the white area. That's facts. If you in the 30s, if you in the 20s, 10s, 40s, 50s,
anywhere down from 40, honestly,
you in the hood. Full of niggas.
Anywhere
and
down,
Hispanics.
Anywhere below 75th Street, honestly.
On God. Like, you know the areas. Like Johnson County, white. North KC, white.
Olathe,
white.
Overland Park,
white. Blue Springs, white. Lee Summit, white. Like Grandview. Never mind. Grandview got niggas. What's it called? Gladstone, white. Liberty, white.
Lansing,
white. Leavenworth, white. Baser, white. Tonganoxie, white. And don't make me talk about West Kansas, because that shit white.
And all that.
But everybody wants to claim Kansas City, where Kansas City is where all the black people are.
Yeah, don't rep that
populated.
shit. You guys are not Kansas City.
But they know
you're from Overland Park. You're 20 minutes away from us.
Yeah, it's so many times I've had people like at school be like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Kansas City," and I'm like, "Oh, for real, I'm from Kansas City too." And they be like, "Oh, what school you go to?" I'm like, Schlegel. They be like, "What's that?" I'm like,
I went to Olathe East. I'm like,
you're not from Kansas City.
Not from Kansas City, nigga.
If you don't know what school, if you don't know what my school is.
The sad thing is though, y'all cities are big enough that people actually know what city I'm from.
Right,
you know
like we're in Kansas. We're still in Kansas.
I'll say you can only rep Kansas City if you in motherfucking New York or some shit like that. Where niggas don't understand what Kansas is, because people still think we like the Wizard of Oz still. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, I've had somebody ask me one time, like, I think this person was from like California or something. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Kansas." They was like, "Do you live on a farm?" I was like, "Yeah, what?"
Now I can get that, but if you have fucking KU, K-State, MU, and you talking about you from Kansas City, don't do that. That shit not cute. I'm sorry, I hate that. And I live in Kansas City. We all live in Kansas City, so we know all the little areas too. If you live 20 to 30 minutes away from Kansas City, you're not from Kansas City. Thank you for my TED Talk.
Might as well claim you from Lawrence.
Oh God, just claim something, bro. Like, just be true to your roots. Don't try to act like you cool or whatever. You're not from there. I know your records. I seen them on K-State. You're not from Kansas City. Whenever I see a motherfucking South or West, 155th Street, you're not from Kansas City.
From Bonner.
Come on now.
You're from Piper.
Come on now.
It's okay.
It's okay, bro.
It's okay.
It's okay. And Piper, y'all gotta slide, cause y'all wind out.
Yeah, that's still you're
technically
Bonner,
still
Bonner and Piper.
City.
Yeah, you still part of the metropolitan area.
Y'all slide. Y'all
like a subgroup.
Yeah, y'all like 10 minutes away from Kansas City. Y'all barely passed. Good job. All right. So yeah, Jay McNeil.
Fuck you, nigga.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Nice. Good. Great finish to that. Fucking racist bastard. And if you see us in the halls or outside, I ain't gonna do nothing to you, but I'm gonna give you that dirty look.
Oh no, he might give you a dirty look. I'm whooping your ass. It's on site.
You lucky I think all y'all look alike.
You can kick me out there. You can kick me out that damn school. I don't give a shit. Hey. I will whoop your ass. And anybody that's racist, you want to say something to my face.
They ain't,
and the
bro.
Funny thing is,
they won't.
They ain't.
The funny thing is, everybody that's under his comments, egging shit on and all of that, they're hiding behind fake profile pictures and fake profiles because they're scared. They're scared to reveal their real self because they know if we see them, it's going down.
Like, bro.
So I'll catch you in the middle of the day. I don't care.
Bro.
Or I'll catch you at night dressed in all black. I'll stomp your ass out.
All right. You didn't hear that from us. You didn't hear that from me and Jerry.
No, you heard that from DJ Sanders. Try me.
J. Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't playing with these white people no more.
And like,
I'll have a talk with you.
Like, we can talk.
See, I ain't got time for talking no more. You're a grown ass man in college. Why are you still racist? The fact that it's 2020 and you're still racist when you see that evolution is
taught,
coming,
it's passed down, bro.
I don't fuck. I know people that came up in racist households, but they're not racist because they see that my parents are ignorant as fuck. Like,
facts.
Just because, like, if you grew up in an abusive home, does that automatically mean that you're gonna become an abuser?
Nah, but
the chances are higher.
The chances might be higher, but you can either react to it.
Alcoholic household, you're gonna be an alcoholic.
You can choose to either react to it as, because there's two ways you can go about it. You can either say, "Damn, like this is just the way that things are," and just accept it, or you can say, "I'm not gonna carry this on to the next generation, which is my family."
Right.
Just because you should learn from your parents' mistakes.
Yeah, y'all
like, don't be ignorant with the situation. Like, learn, like, grow your knowledge about like what's going on.
To be honest, bro, if I had money, bro, I have all y'all niggas going on a field trip to National Civil Rights Museum. Cause y'all need to learn that.
No. Just take a trip to my high school. You'll learn some things.
Take a trip to my high school.
You need to go Sligo.
Take a trip to my high school.
Yeah, it's gonna be on site right there.
Actually come to KC. You gonna learn something.
Come to the real Kansas City. 66109, nigga. That's the real zip code right there.
No, nigga, 66102, nigga.
Or 04. Let's go to Quindaro.
Hey, we can tell you about Quindaro too. It's a lot of history too, but you gonna learn some things real quick. And
I grew up on there. Come on now.
You gonna learn some things really fast.
A history lesson.
It might humble you a little bit. But the moral of the story of this message is, we are people too. We have feelings. Like, race is a social construct created by white people. Like, we go to a quote unquote third world country, like somewhere in Africa. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe in race, bro. And, it'll be all different colors. There's white people in South Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's not really a good example because South Africa is racist as fuck too.
See, I didn't know my research about South Africa. So I'm thinking of some other type of third world country. They don't believe in race.
No, I had a talk with this girl. I can't remember what country she's from. She's from somewhere in South America. But she says that, like, really, like, America is really the only country where, like, we make race a big deal. Because literally all race is supposed to be is what color your skin is. But,
that's just a social construct, bro.
Like, Jerry's black, Brian's brown, or like I'm brown. Like, that's literally all race is, but we associate all African Americans as black.
Yeah, like
black is your race. African American is my ethnicity. Like, and people people in America confuse race with ethnicity. They think that just because somebody's black, that doesn't mean that they're African American. Just because somebody is brown, that doesn't mean that they're Hispanic.
Facts. And the thing with, like, people from South America and stuff like that too, they don't even talk about race for real. They just talk about nationalities, because that's all it really is. Like, I'm Brazilian, I'm from Spain, you know what I'm saying? That's how they do it, and they really chill with each other for the most part, you know what I'm saying? But I'm from a bird's eye view, so I don't know everything. But that's what the narrative should really be, because we are really the same people, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing with our race is that we have different values and different upbringings. That's the problem with the race. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because our families are different, you know what I'm saying? But, okay, it's going to change, though. Give it about 50 more years, bro. 50 to 100 more years. Trust me, white people. Y'all ain't going to be the dominant race no more. Because it's going to be mixed. The mixed population can go up, because what your race is at gonna breed a daughter, and that daughter gonna take a BBC, and next thing you know, you're gonna have a mixed baby. So be ready. Get ready to have a black grandchild.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess it's time for us to go to commercial break.
And we're back, you guys. Yeah, we still serious today. My bad for the enthusiasm.
So, as you know, this last topic, it was kind of close to us because that was a school we all go to. But that school is 2 hours away. this time, we're talking about a school that all three of us went to at one point, and it's in our hometown.
10-15 minutes. Shit sad, bro. Y'all niggas, my problem with y'all niggas is I be trying to talk my shit, bro. It feel bad, bro. I feel like we dropped our ranking, bro. How the fuck we gonna be the number one? How the fuck we gonna be the number one quote unquote high school kids if we going outside like this? And school not even in session, my nigga.
You're not gonna let the people know what's going on.
We currently go.
So for those of you who don't know,
gosh. No, Darren, you don't. Nah,
hey,
you ain't
I was
part
all
of
up in there.
You ain't part of all.
Well, you was there for a year.
You can't start
all
this
the
shit.
teams.
But you don't even know like some of the
Just
teachers that they named off.
Yeah.
Hey, I know some of them. Know. I know a lot of them.
All right, nigga, you don't count. So me and Jerry, we graduated from the illustrious. It's not even illustrious no more. It's just Sumner Academy of Arts and Science, and some sick shit happened on Thursday. So the first one is we gonna talk about Mr. J. Mr. J. Cause he started this shit. He the one that started this damn. He's the fuel that started the damn explosion or what's that fucking saying? No, don't matter.
Domino effect.
Well, no, it's like the fuel that caused the fire or the outburst. His dumb ass gonna say he's making some commentary over Bubba Watson, right? Black NASCAR racer, by the way, and how he made a tweet that he had a noose outside of his home, and you know, Mr. J, dumbass.
It wasn't outside of his home. It was in. So.
I thought it was at his home. My bad.
No, so it was in one of the garages for a NASCAR event.
Oh, that's it.
So.
That's it.
Like people, so I guess NASCAR racers, so when they go to different events, they already have the garages set up for their cars to go into them and stuff.
Yeah.
And then so his crew, the people that like work on his car and stuff during the race, they got there first, and then when they got there, they seen the news. Yeah. So they told the NASCAR racer who is black, and like it got on SportsCenter. So he didn't have nothing to do with it. He's like black. They told him that he found it. So then a video came out and it showed that the rope had been there since like last year. So now white people are on Twitter calling him the new Jussie Smollett or whatever because they think that he was lying about it, but he had nothing to do with it.
But nah, that's not even what Mr. J was talking about. Also, let me ask y'all a quick poll. Do y'all consider NASCAR a sport?
I mean, it's a sport. Just because it's not, just because it doesn't involve athletics, that doesn't mean that it's not a sport.
It takes skills to do that though, even though you're just going in circles.
All right. Anyways, no, Mr. J, when you talking about that, you know what dumbass said? That shit not news because I was in Boy Scout and that shit wasn't like 13 inches long, some dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's some real ignorant shit. If I find a screenshot, I might post it, but most likely future Brian not gonna feel like doing it. So just take my word. It was some real ignorant shit. And everybody and mama was on his ass. Nigga, I woke up and I see my Facebook timeline going crazy. And also, so this caused the domino effect. Cause now niggas talking about how this nigga fucked up and how he's a fucking predator and shit. And so he need to get fired expeditiously. Cause they talking about how he be sliding to females inbox and shit, calling them models and talking about you come over home anytime. What you doing this weekend?
Come to my classroom during painting period.
You know, act like you going to the bathroom, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Some weird shit like in the inbox on Facebook. These, mind you, we not grown. These kids not grown. So real sick shit. And the next thing you know, they talking about our economic teacher. And for the most part, we love our economic teacher. That nigga, he kind of cool, but that nigga was wildin', bro. He called one of his former students a bitch. He said everybody that was talking bad about him are pieces of shit on Facebook, bro. Like, everybody ain't mama see this shit. Then another one was talking about how, you know, the gym teachers, the substitute gym teachers, a perv and a pedophile.
Shit, and, permanent gym teacher a perv.
One of them gym teachers a fucking creep. You know what I'm saying? Just this bad. And then also the what's the class we was in, Jerry? Sophomore year. Damn, what's the class? Etymology teacher, and that nigga wildin' too. Oh, hell break loose. Talking about he's a predator. He be looking at boys. He sending nigga dick pics and shit. He bought this other boy. If he showed the dick pics on beer, some shit like that, bro. Like some real sexual harassment type shit to this girl. It's some weird shit. And then we also found out a motherfucking another science teacher. This nigga's like 5'1". He looked like a student. He was sexually harassing girls too. Like he gave this one girl a hug and grabbing her titty and shit like that. Like these niggas are weird. And this our high school, bro. Like, and then don't get me started on this other teacher. Man, we fucking hate that bitch. That's a strong bitch too. And then capitalize on that B, and then capitalize the I too, cause she makes me itch. She's a bitch. Her name starts with B too, so her first name starts with bitch. So she's bitch. PLS teacher. Everybody know what I'm talking about.
So racist.
Fuck her. She racist too. And then we talking about favoritism and stuff like that too. Everybody going ham on something teaching. You know, for the most part, sound like 90% of the faculty need to get fired. You know what I'm saying?
They was talking about the staff too. Because
we talking about all them.
Yeah, because a lot of because they were saying.
I'll give you examples.
Yeah, like they were when they would report stuff.
Yeah, man, they talking about.
Emails would get deleted when they were reported.
Because, no, here's why the email got deleted. Because the nigga she was talking about was the nigga that ran the email. You know, hey, low key, I ain't gonna lie, that shit gangster. That shit gangster. I ain't gonna lie. That's some smart ass shit. What the fuck he gonna do? He gonna turn himself in? He talking about him?
He hacked the laptop.
No, I ain't gonna lie though. He do be running all the damn social media, online services, so it makes sense why he runs the damn email. And you know, that shit's sick, but that shit's some gangster shit. Cause he ran the email. That's why that shit got deleted. So you can't blame that on the faculty right there.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
but also a lot of times where people were
but the faculty don't do shit. They don't do shit.
And then
principal need to get fired.
You would find out that a student was either about to get kicked out because of something they reported. So their parents pulled them out. So like, and because for those of you who don't know, Sumner is a magnet school, so you have to maintain a certain GPA to
once you get kicked out, you can't get back in.
You done.
Like, I mean, technically you can if you like, but you have to fight for it.
There's a lot of politics in it, and the real sad thing is though, you can't get in fights. You can't really fight for yourself at Sumner because you gonna get kicked out at the end of the day. So this really gives teachers a lot of leverage because they can twist your words again and use it against you. You know what I'm saying? That's the real problem with it. And when you do go to admin about it, they don't do shit. And that's the number one problem right now. These motherfuckers done send everybody an email. Next thing you know, the fucking district sent that same email. So who really sent the email? Who really made the damn email? You know what I'm saying? They just put everything on the slide. I'm glad that motherfucking something's on the news right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about this shit. All the alums gonna stick together. They make GoFundMe, donate, pay, try to speak out to the story. We create meetings and stuff. Like, low key, you love to see it. You love to see everybody get together and try to make a positive difference. Cause we tried. I tried to tell them how racist this one teacher was, and you know it's racist when a teacher themselves personally told me how racist that teacher is. You know what I'm saying? And you don't do shit about it, bro. So what's up with your leadership? You know what I'm saying? Why don't? And the problem is though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry I'm talking a lot, but we was able to kick out our we was able to get our basketball coach fired my junior year.
Who was black?
But I'm not even gonna blame him because he's black. He didn't need to leave. You know what I'm saying? We did not fuck. But that principal did more in under a year than what faculty has done the past 4 years. And he only did for a year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that same principal that we did have, shout out to him, I'm not putting any names out. He would have done some more. But the problem what I did learn is that the teachers got their own union, and since they think all their jobs are like threatened in line or in jeopardy, they gonna go against that principal and try to get him fired if he try to do too much change. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of dirty politics to this shit. But I just want to let y'all niggas know, y'all niggas are sick. You make me sick. I want to throw up right now, but I'm not gonna throw up. This nice ass carpet right here. So y'all niggas sick.
I'm not even proud to say that. Well, I still am, but you can't really say, "Oh, I graduated from something now." The people gonna look at you crazy.
I don't even want to go back to school no more.
Like,
for real. Like, I'm finna, like, the teachers I fuck with, bro. I'm gonna take y'all out to dinner or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We can meet at a motherfucking Longmore or something.
Brian, you gonna be the next story.
I'm gonna be the next story, nigga.
No, but like
me.
when you bring up the fact that you graduated from something, you be like, okay, cool. You know, no more high school in Kansas.
They used to look at us dirty because they think we were better than everybody, but Rihanna, we was all depressed. We was all sad and depressed.
Like you gain people gain respect for you because you went there. You went through a lot and you made it through. But now got a whole new value now.
Now niggas about to ask us for our horror stories and all that shit. Like, no, nothing happened to me except for basketball. Basketball was depressing for me. But, you know what's sick? I almost joined the swim team, my nigga. I told y'all niggas I wanted to be on the swim team. And I would have been a victim right too. Because that nigga, the biggest sexual predator was the swim coach. He be looking at niggas and shit. That shit would have been nasty, bro. I would have swung that nigga with my Speedo, my nigga. Fuck that. We would have had a box.
Yeah, but one thing that I was saying is, like, I think it's a product of the way that the school is actually set up. Because
y'all school wouldn't have that shit.
Yeah, because the way that the school is set up, it's the teachers and the faculty have so much power over the students because, because it's so easy to get kicked out of that school because, like, you can't like the teachers will band together because they're teachers. They're gonna stick with each other, so they're always gonna have each other's back. So if just one student is trying to speak up, then like the teachers are gonna come together and make sure that this person like is getting silenced. So they're gonna get kicked out. So like that's why it was able to go on for so long. The only reason that made this a thing is that so many people came out and spoke up, and they were putting it on social media instead of just reporting it to the school. So now instead of just teachers seeing it, now you got all the students. You got all students from every school. You got all the teachers, the principals, the superintendent, the whole everybody is seeing his parents, and the parents ain't gonna have that because who want to send like even though this is the number one ranked school in Kansas, why would you want to send your child to a school that is taught by a bunch of perverts, that is taught by a bunch of harassers, that is taught by a bunch of racists? Like, and that's another thing. If you racist, why would you want to teach? Why would you want to be a teacher? Like, and most importantly, why would you want to be a teacher in a school in the inner city? Like,
no forgiveness.
There's so many. Like, I understand that, but like, somebody who like doesn't like people of a certain race, or if you just don't like dealing with children, why are you teaching? There's literally so many other professions that you can go to college for that pay you way better because you don't even make that much money as a teacher.
Oh God!
And then you got like, why would you want to deal with kids the rest of your life if you don't like kids, or if you don't like people of a certain race?
That shit's sad, bro. But you see this shit in college too. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit is a direct correlation with each other, bro. So this shit's really sad. Y'all niggas make me sick. And shout out to the teacher I do love. Y'all know I fuck with y'all. I mean, y'all ain't gonna watch this because I'm not gonna let y'all. But just know, Psychic Brian is saying, I love you.
I'm weak. But like, piggyback on for like what DJ said, like, there's been instances where people got kicked out when they shouldn't have.
Facts.
And there's been instances where people should have got kicked out for like actions that they, committed.
And they got away with
it. But I feel like, like what DJ said, like, it's just the way that the school is set up is just stupid. Like, for me personally, I feel like Sumner really doesn't like make changes or do anything if it affects their views of the school. Mm-hmm. So like, basically, as long as, people have like high looks for the school, like, okay, it's a good school, it's no one school in Kansas, I want to send my kids there. But then when you change that perspective, they be like, oh, no, we're not going to do anything about it. It's not that important. You know, we're just going to keep that on the down low and just kick you out or something.
You want to be real, though. Something going downhill ever since our class left. It been going. And you know what? The recruitment for the school is really going bad, too, because people are not considering to go to Sumner, to be honest, bro.
That's because a lot, like...
It's really sad now.
Every new generation of, like, kids that enter, like, I really saw this at my school, like, from my class, like, once I became a sophomore, then a junior and senior, every freshman class that came in, they cared less and less about their education. Like, the ones that came in right after us, they were okay. Like, they still didn't really care that much. Like, but you had more that cared than more that didn't.
Yeah.
And then after them, but it just went downhill. Like, the kids are so bad that they had to move all of the freshmen to one singular hallway. So all their core classes are in one hallway on the 3rd floor. So instead of having their math class on the 2nd floor and then English on 3rd, then going to something else on the 1st, like math, English, science, all that stuff is on the 3rd floor in one hallway. And then you go to your electives like piano, PE. That's the only time they got to leave the 3rd floor. So
I do agree with you saying
I feel like now with each new generation, like in this community, we get more and more kids that care less about their education.
Facts. Because
their minds are just on different things. Like, and I feel like it's a product of our community. Our community isn't a community that really values education a whole lot.
We don't get the right resources either.
Yeah, we don't have the right resources.
Not a form of racism.
And it's another thing of, I think it's also teachers, because the teachers in elementary school, they're giving up on kids too fast. Like, I feel like in elementary school, the only kids that get praised are the ones that are at the standards or above standards. Like, they don't really spend too much time on the kids who are behind. And I also feel like the No Child Left Behind program also needs to be getting rid of too, because if that child isn't up to par on the requirements that you need to pass to go to the next grade, keep him back. Why are you sending that child ahead to the next grade when he's not mentally ready? He can't. If he hasn't learned everything that he needs to learn to advance to that next grade, then he's entering from behind, and then not only is he entering from behind, so he has a whole lot of stuff from that year that he doesn't know, but he's entering with a bunch of stuff that he doesn't know, and he's going to continue to not know it because it's piling up on him. Like, you need to learn the stuff from last year in order to learn this. So now, then you got too much pressure on you, and now you just give up because you just think that you're not smart enough to do it.
Niggas just don't care. That's all it is. Also, what's really sad about Sumner is the black population is going down too. We used to be a predominantly black high school, but that was like back in like 1800s to like, I want to say 2000. I think 2000 or 19. It was like early 1990s or 2000 when it became an academy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it used to be a lot of black people at Sumner. Now it's just Hispanics. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, even when we first got there was a lot of black people, and then the numbers just slowly went down by the time we graduated.
Yeah. It's just Hispanics and, you know, then black people. And black people lowering it down too, because most of the time we recruit an athlete. Think about it. Sumner can have literally any student in our district if they made the right grade, made good grades. You know what I'm saying? So literally any student from any middle school in our district can go to Sumner. You not know how crazy that sounds? You not know how powerful of a athletics department, theater department, educational department that you could have, because you could have any school from your district to come. But now they don't want to because of the fucked up politics that occurs with our school. So other people find their other ways out by going like Bishop E.H. or St. Thomas Aquinas or go to a Piper, you know what I'm saying?
Or they team up with their friends to go to one school.
Yeah. And they just do that very temporarily. You know what I'm saying? Which is very understandable. I ain't mad at y'all.
Yeah. And
I ain't mad at y'all.
Talking about recruiting, I feel like this applies to like Sumner and like for like K-State. Like it's just like all these things that are coming out about these schools. It's not like
it's not helping.
It's not helping, but like it's also not like. It's not also like, dang, it's making it harder for me to recruit these people because it's making them not want to come. But also, it's like, do I even want to recruit people to come here now? Because
because I've also been questioning that about myself too.
Like I'm conflicted. Like I don't want to tell. Like I don't want to tell people
to go to HBCUs now.
Like I don't want to tell somebody to come to like. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's the best. Like you'll love it and stuff like that. Like because I thought that. Like, the first semester I was on campus, I thought school was amazing. But, like, then, as time went on, you notice, like, a lot of schools are really good at hiding stuff like that. Like, they'll just sweep it under the rug and hope that nobody finds out about it. But word gets around fast. So, like, a lot of schools, they'll just sweep it under the rug and hope that nobody ever finds out about it. Like, so... It's making it hard. Like, I'm like, do I want to tell people to come here anymore? Like, because, like, but at the same time, like, I also feel like I should still tell people to come here because, like, yes, we have HBCUs and the HBCUs are a beautiful thing. But also, we still need representation in these PWIs. Like, because if we're not showing up in these PWIs, then they're going to make it seem like no minorities go to college anymore, because they're not witnessing it themselves. That's just like when they don't grow up around black people, so they're like, oh, I've never seen anyone of color be oppressed. Of course you're not, because you never grew up around it. You're not going to college. If they're not going to college with black people, then they're going to assume that black people just don't go to college. So
the percentage of African Americans, 18-year-old African Americans that actually enrolled to college is 35% of the total population of our age group. So do you not know how low that is? That's really low. Like, out of us three, only Jerry will be going to college. Now put that in a greater scale. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely there's a lot of work to do that we all got to do. You know what I'm saying? K-State. You know what? Expose the racism. Also, shout out to all y'all dumbass white people for being racist. Like, keep doing that publicly. I like that shit. Let me know not to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing that. Keep doing that.
I love Twitter, bro.
I love public racism.
Twitter be exposing these racist white people,
keep
bro.
Keep doing it. You're only hurting yourself.
They be finding their schools. They be
address, like, and
this is the thing that really makes me mad about, like, it's really making me mad about the whole K-State thing, is because I've seen so many, like, people, like, get outed for being racist on Twitter, and then people will send it to their college, and they'll, like, spam it. They'll, like, spam their college with it, and then the college is like, well, that's not what we're for. We don't stand with that. So they kicked them out. So how hard is it?
They did that to Ellie, but I'm telling you, Jaden McNeil's a different breed. That's the problem.
Care, bro.
That's the problem.
I don't care.
I heard they trying to make him take like a diversity class, but he trying to argue, why am I paying loans to take this dumbass class? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'll just kick the nigga out. But I told you there's politics to this shit. That nigga got some money, or his parent got some money and some donors. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. That's the problem K-State got to deal with. Do they take the ethnics, or do they take the loss of profit or loss of income? You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're gonna get a loss of income.
They're losing income either way.
Yeah,
but they're trying to dwindle the amount of income that's lost. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather lose 50 than 100.
But I mean, keeping these, like, not doing anything about these, like, people who are being racist towards people of minority, that's not helping them either, because that's not helping them in the long run. Because
in the long run, it's terrible.
In the long run, you gonna lose your minority.
Well,
and then
K-State, before we end this podcast, if you listen to this K-State, just get some donors that's libertarians, believe in ethics, and morals, and stuff, and then you can cut off the conservative donations, kick these racist ass crackers out.
No, look, we're not gonna end on that. K-State, don't talk about it. Be about it.
Okay, be about business.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah, you gotta say something. You gotta say something now. Say something.
Hey. Hey, just do something. Stop making the statements and just do it. Yes.
And that's our episode for tonight, or today, tonight, whenever.
Don't talk the talk, walk the walk.
Walk.
And on that, we walking out of this podcast. Good night.
Hey, yeah. I hate y'all niggas.